Hi everyone. A very good morning to everyone and welcome to T7 Global Berhad's fourth quarter and full year results briefing. I'm Jason Chiu from Image Communications, the IR and PR consultant for T7 Global, and I will be your moderator for today's briefing. So today's results briefing is part of Bursa Malaysia's investor relation and public relations project for selected listed companies. The IR and PR project is aimed to improve visibility and accessibility of participating PLCs via more active IR engagements with the investment community. So for the first phase of the project, Image Communications have been appointed as the third-party IR company to work with participating PLCs to conduct effective IR engagements. So the selected companies for this program are PLCs. They are less accessible to analysts and investors, but highly in demand based on the feedback received from the investment community. So we wish to thank T7 Global for participating in this project. The recording of the investor briefing and presentation slides will be made available for everyone on Bursa Malaysia Institutional Insights portal after the event. So today we have Mr. Tan Kevin, Executive Director of T7 Global. We also have Mr. Ong, Group CFO of T7, Encik Azman, the Head of Energy Division for T7, as well as Sean from Corporate Affairs. Without further ado, I'll pass the time to Kevin to quickly just bring us through the presentation, and a Q&A session will be after the presentation. So Kevin, over to you.
Okay. Hi, good morning, everyone here. So, first of all, thank you so much to Bursa and also Image to organize this corporate briefing today. So, good to see everyone here. So I would like to first, since it's been a while since we have engaged corporate briefing, so I would like to go through a bit of about T7 Global. First of all, company overview and also all the business overview. What does T7 actually do? And financial highlights, and also our strengths and also future plans. First of all, company overview. T7 Global, we are a Sharia compliant company who listed on the main market of Bursa Malaysia. Essentially, we are integrated solutions provider for three main industry: energy, aerospace and defense, and also infrastructure construction. So as the group largest revenue contributor is actually our energy division, where we mainly serve upstream oil and gas clients. These are people such as Petronas, Repsol, who are now called Hibiscus, and etc. So we do have a long-term, we do usually go for long-term contracts. So as of now, our current order book does stand at 2.3 billion, with our longest contract being 10 years. So this 2.3 billion will keep us busy for the next 10 years. So the group focuses on building long-term sustainable base of energy assets. I will go into it further detail later. So this includes some mobile offshore facility that we do offer to construct and also operation maintenance for our clients. So first of all, I'd like to bring you through a bit of our milestones from where we started. So we started in 1990 as Tanjung Offshore in the supply vessel business, offshore supply vessel business, and also O&M. So at that point of time, we operated up to 16 fleets of OSV as well. So in 2005, we were listed in the main board as Tanjung Offshore Berhad. And throughout the years, of course, we secured more offshore facility contracts, and also to highlight the divestment of our vessel business in 2013. So Since then, our group also rebranded ourselves into T7 Global Berhad in 2016, which we then also diversify ourselves into two industries, which mainly infrastructure construction and also aerospace and defense. I'd like to say for the past 2 years, 2020, 2021, fortunately, is our highlight years where we do contract replenish year, where we do manage to secure quite a large number of contracts. Some of the highlights being the Bayan Mopu 10 years leasing contract from Petronas. And also late last year, I think over in December, we also announced almost worth of 500 million worth of contracts in the energy division as well. So T7 Global, we are being spread out in 6 different locations in Malaysia. So being our HQ, being in Trillion Corporate Tower in Kuala Lumpur. And in the Klang Valley area, we have 2 facilities. One is the gas generator facility in Balakong, and also our aerospace facility in Serenda. So our energy division is slightly more spread out, being busy in most of the oil and gas hotspot in the country, such as Terengganu, Miri, and Bintulu. So our other subsidiaries overseas are mainly in Thailand, Singapore, and Australia as well. So we'd like to introduce our diverse range of board of directors, mainly comprises of 3 executives, so being Dato Sri Nick, our chairman, Tan Sri Tan, and myself, being the executive directors. And we have 4 independent non-executive directors who have backgrounds in the legal, in the finance, and also in the defense sector as well. So this gives us a good range, diverse range of board directors to make key decisions when the time is required. So management team being led by Tan Kay Zwin, our group COO, and also on the financial side, Mr. Ong Fee Peng as well. So and also with us today is our head of division, Mr. Asman, who is here with us today also, who heads the energy division, is currently the largest contributor for the group. So next is a bit of our business overview. So as I say, our business division, we are divided into 3 business divisions. The energy sector, who have 6 different business units, which I will go in detail later. Our aerospace defense, mainly in the metal surface treatment for the aerospace industry, and also marine services, where we develop ship systems and also ship maintenance. Lastly is our infrastructure construction, where we are more selective towards certain infrastructure construction, and also mainly to support our own internal needs, construction needs. So our next slide, this is to show our diverse range of customer who we are serving since the past years and also currently serving. So as just to bring everyone on the energy division. So as everyone can see, the energy, or to say the oil and gas industry will be able to divide into 3 different segments: the upstream, midstream, and downstream. So T7 Global mainly focuses our business or services in the upstream business, where we support the exploration and development and production activities. Our first and main business unit in the energy division is the EPC division. So this is where we are one of the pioneer in the mobile production facility solution, having to introduce the MOPU concept in the Malaysian waters since 2005. I've listed down some of our key track records, such as Chendol MOPU, SURF, where we have served different oil clients in the past years. So lastly, also the highlight contract, which is the Bayan MOPU, where we have just received this in 2 years ago in 2020 from Petronas Carigali. So this contract comprises of construction of new MOPU and also leasing and operation maintenance for the next 10 years. And this MOPU will serve the Bayan redevelopment project gas for phase 2 in Sarawak. So this MOPU, just a bit of update, currently is being constructed in China and is almost 80% complete. And we are expected to start selling it back to the Sarawak Water on Q3 this year and commission for work. So our second division business unit is the O&M, which is essentially our bread and butter since the start of Tanjung Offshore Lives. Our extensive track record in these areas such as MCM, brownfield hookup and commissioning, and etc. So currently we do have a few major long-term contracts where we serve three or four different fields for companies such as Cherry Hess, Repsol, or Hibiscus. So these are, as you can see, some of the fields we serve there in the pictures. Our third and also our rising star business unit is the integrated well services, where we have where we foresee more and more activity. Petronas will be launch out more and more well decommissioning activity in this area. So according to the latest announcement, I believe Petronas, there are over more than 100 wells to be commissioned in the next 2-3 years. So just to give everyone here a bit of flavor, so as of last year, we have completed 5 wells, and also now for Pulai A field, and now our second decommissioning contract, we will start this year on the M3 field, which will be double the wells. So we foresee this business unit will grow as the activity outlook grow as well from the Petronas spending rate. So our next division is the specialists and products technology, where we are able to offer. We work together exclusively with various international OEMs, such as the list as shown, to offer specialist product solution across the oil and gas industry. So, yeah. And last but not least is the recruitment business unit, where we serve long-term. We do have long-term contracts with our clients to provide different manpower to them. So some of the key sectors are some energy, and also recently we have long-term contracts with we secure long-term contracts with clients like Bank Negara, Petronas, to provide them engineers and also IT personnel. Our latest industry we venture on is also the rail and civil construction, where we also had some opportunity to offer some personnel there as well. So that comes to a close of our energy division. So next is our aerospace and defense division. So I would like to highlight our metal surface treatment facility, who is the first fully automated. We're proud to say we're the first fully automated aerospace treatment facility in the country, where we have about 42 different tanks, large and small, can process any metal parts in the plane up to 3 meters. So we have started operation since 2020, and we have also gotten all the required certificates ready to process any aerospace parts. So currently we are serving some of the clients we are serving are Spirit Aerosystem and also Triumph Group, just for example. So lastly, also our infrastructure construction division, where we have started since 2016, since the diversification. Our group started this company, T7 Kemuncak, mainly to serve our internal construction needs initially. But over the years, the the team has able to secure more and more contracts in the infrastructure construction sector, where some of our works pictures are shown in the pictures there. Currently, our team is now building the Endau Mersing fish processing park, which are targeted to complete by Q3 this year as well. So just a bit of a business update. As I mentioned earlier, the 2020 and also 2021 is a very good year for us, where we are able to replenish some of our contracts and also key major contracts, mainly from people like Petronas, PTEP, PTTEP, Repsol, etc. So these are the lists that we have managed to secure over the past 2 years. So next segment is the financial highlights. Would like to so over the past 5 years, I think as per the announcement yesterday, so we're proud to announce that as of this 2021, we have announced the highest ever revenue recorded for the past 5 years since the rebranding. And also same goes to the profit as well, where we see a 300% increase since last year. How do we do on quarterly basis? This is also our largest quarterly number recorded with 90 million, and also 5.6 million net profit as well, if you based on the quarter basis. I'd like to give a bit of a snapshot. We can see the assets and liabilities compared to last year. There's a increase there due to the contract secured, and also some of the assets and equipment that we, So over there, overall, where we can see the most important is the shareholder equity increase over the year through the profit and also some placement that we have done. But I'd like to bring everyone to highlight is our gearing ratio, where we still sit on 1.25 net gearing ratio, which is still manageable, and we foresee to be healthy for us. So strengths and future plan. Actually, how we have been operating, the competitive advantage of our group, we believe is how we're winning contracts through innovative solutions. We also offer different financing options such as BOO, build, own and operate, maintain business model, which we see few successes over the years. With the professional management team and also robust policies, we are able to show the advantage so far. So to bring our next 5 years, I would say our future plan. So for our energy division, generally we'll be focusing on building a sustainable base. So increasing our energy assets, securing more pool types of contract for long-term recurring income. On top of that, by partnering also with our global OEM, mainly to either upgrade or improve the solution, the automated digitalized solution, either in our current project or also in the future projects that we will be involved in the future. And also lastly, we will also roll out a sustainability framework, ESG initiative, mainly by investing into renewable energy and also to reduce carbon footprint in the coming years. So for our aerospace and defense, mainly in line with the growth demand of the aircraft demands post-COVID, we foresee we will have achieved optimum utilization rate in our facility this by end of this year. And also for infrastructure construction, to continue and being selective to pursue high value infrastructure both and building projects in the country. So in the next coming 5 years, we target or aspire our revenue mix target to be 70% by the energy and also 30% by the two aerospace and construction division. Also, lastly is our sustainability framework, which I touched a bit on just earlier. So mainly our framework will be based on 3 points. Number 1 is value creation, environment, number 2, and also people first. Our goals are in line with the UN SDG goals as well, being goals number 8, decent work and economic growth, where we will target to perform profitability and also create value for our shareholder. And also environment, where we traditionally our business before we don't see any direct impact to the environment, but of course with our recent contract on the Bayan-Mopu, we have to admit that there might be some direct impact to the environment through flaring and all the we have to manage some sort of waste. So that's where we have set very tight controls to our project team to ensure that, you know, the impact to the environment is minimal. So this will in line with the goal number 14, life below water. And also lastly, we are people first company where we take care of staff, mainly in terms of goal number 3, good health, well-being, and also gender equality. So by this year, our group will be rolling out this framework, and yeah. So this bring an end to my presentation. Thank you. So I think if you guys have any questions, so yeah, thank you.
So thanks, Kevin, for the great presentation. Congrats on the very strong close on your financial year, a record, if I may add. So we will now open to Q&A. Dear participants, you may unmute yourself to pose your questions, or you can type your questions in the chat box when you read it out.
Hi, Kevin. This is Fei from Allianz. Again, like what Jason said, congrats on a good set of results. Last year, you all managed to replenish about 500 million in terms of jobs. Can you share some outlook or targets for 2022 and 2023? Thanks.
Okay, so this year we, of course, last 2 years, like I mentioned earlier a couple of times, it was a very good years for us. So this year we foresee even better year for us. In fact, with the Bayan-Mopu commissioning this year, and also our IWS division to kickstart more and more wells, we foresee this year will even be a even more record year for us, better year for us compared to 2021.
That is on the financial numbers, right?
Yes.
But
even of course in terms of contract securing all this as well, we do have currently about 2.5 billion book, order book, tender book, if I'm not mistaken. So we foresee 1 or 2 larger contracts will come in also for Q1 or Q2, depending on our clients' arrangement.
Thank you.
So Kevin, we have a question in the chat. What's the revenue breakdown currently based on your FY21 numbers?
Okay, if I were to break down based on energy, aerospace, and also construction. So currently, energy division stands about 80% of the revenue, and 20%, the remaining 20% comes from the A&D and also construction.
Thank you. Sorry, they wanted a bit more specific, right? Within your energy, right, what is the breakdown across your segments?
Okay. So I think maybe I'll pass to.
Ken?
So currently, let me get back to you. I think we don't have the actual breakdown on top of it, but
we have about 6 business unit in energy. We can right now the majority percentage come from our IWS and also our O&M. The EPC not yet trigger because we are still under construction. As per what Kevin mentioned just now, it's about 80% to complete. So we will be kicked in by 3rd quarter. So from that moment, our EPC business will be the majority of revenue will be in. Right now, mostly the business come from our IWS and operation and maintenance, and also a percentage of our manpower services, recruitment and manpower, and our specialized product. So that's a four main business that we come from.
So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, with our bread and butter O&M, so that still holds one of the bigger chunks of our revenue. With IWS, with IWS division as well. So
Okay. So just jumping into the aerospace segment, do you only do surface treatment? And what is the revenue for this division in FY21? I understand you mentioned about 20%, which is mixed with your others revenue segment.
Sure.
So maybe you can just let them know what's the breakdown of this revenue and what do you expect for 2022 in terms of business.
okay. So in our aerospace division, so currently, this is our new business. Currently, our facility only have the metal surface treatment capability. So we essentially, what is the metal surface treatment? We are the secondary process or the final process before the parts being delivered or being assembled into bigger parts or being assembled into the plane. So essentially, that's what we do. So we have various chemical treatment, painting, and also surface treatment available in our facility. So for our revenue, in terms of the aerospace division, so roughly almost currently as of last year, we think about 30 million in revenue for aerospace. And yeah.
And you also mentioned that you can do it for various industries, right? What kind of industries are there?
Yeah, we can do for various industry, but of course our focus is still focus on aerospace, because our facility actually set up for the aerospace constraints. But of course, throughout the years, we have also managed to secure some semiconductors and also electronic parts to be processed, even automotive part as well. There are some sort of automotive parts that we are able to process as well. So essentially electronics, semiconductors, and also automotive industry as well. So some of the processes are actually the same. Essentially the constraints will be different. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, great. Okay, so I think we have someone who dialed in a bit late. Can you just repeat and just share the status of your MOFU, right? Is it on track? When is it sailing away and first production? And given that, we are still in the COVID environment. So I think, maybe you can just...
Sure, I would bring you to this slide. So actually, currently, our progress, as I mentioned earlier, will be up to almost 80% currently. And our MOPU is being constructed in China, Qingdao, China. So we do have almost a team of almost 20 of them been there since the start to monitor the job. So we targeted the MOPU to be completed almost June or July and start to sail back for commission by Q3 this year.
Okay, you can answer that.
For well decommissioning, right? What is your competitive edge versus someone like Usma?
We can say we are new kids on the block. We are doing Uzma, yes, is our main competitor. I don't want to say much on Uzma, but when you mention about competitive edge, we are more focusing on the overall project management and to get the best deal of the workover unit itself. So we are partnering with most of our job. We are partnering with our partner in Thailand for our project. But having said that, we are also working to a certain level, working with our Uzma also to be engaged in certain projects. So we are not limit ourselves to have only our own technologies or product that we are using for our PNA job. So our PMT is very, very solid to manage it. That's a bit different on how we manage it from Uzma perspective. So in case one of the project, we utilize a different workover for different kind of project, the sizing. I hope I can answer that.
So essentially, our team, we try to be very lean.
Yes.
And also because that we each of the contract, we do try to get the best deal, better pricing from our clients or even our suppliers. We have long-term suppliers that work with us over the past 10-20 years. So with that, we believe being lean and also strategically, we will be able to offer more competitive to the client.
Yeah, because we have a good partnership with all the partner that we have for the project. Because for this kind of project, we need to have a good partner.
Okay, sorry, just jumping back into your MOPU contract. What is your daily charter rate, including your operations crew? Because I think this person assumes that this will be on a time charter.
Yes, it's on a time charter, but of course we cannot really say the amount, the figure. We cannot amount. We have the daily rate.
Yeah, we can't really disclose this as of now.
So I guess the next question on estimated financial impact when the BioMorpho starts operation. Any estimate to share on quarterly basis? I think this one probably we will not be able to answer as well. But how many quarters will it contribute to this year? Maybe you can mention that.
Quarters. Yeah. The operation of MOPU will start somewhere in Q3. So that's where we will have a daily charter rate to the Petronas. So that's why we start to earn our revenue on that.
So probably Q4 conservatively.
Q4. Yeah.
So the next question is what total cost of MOPU in terms of USD?
So the total cost, total cost that actually incurred is actually more than 400 million ringgit for this MOPU.
So we have a question from Flo. So I noted that your PBT has improved to high single digits in the fourth quarter. So what maybe know what business activities that contributed to the increase in this margin?
I think one of the big jump on the fourth quarter this year is from the IWS project where we have managed to complete the Pulai A field, decommissioning almost five wells as well. So in fact, Petronas commended on our job. We finished this job ahead of time as well. So we foresee more and more of this in the coming years, so which is why IWS being the rising star, we foresee it to be a rising star of our business unit. So we have as well, of course, higher billings from our bread and butter business, O&M, operation and maintenance business, where we receive higher billings from our clients such as Petronas, Repsol, or Cari Galehes. I mean, Repsol, which is now Hibiscus now. Yeah.
Thanks. Any more questions from the floor?
Hi, Azim here from BIMB. I have a question. I just wanted to know what's the accounting treatment for Bayan Mapu, whether it is classified as operating lease or finance lease.
So this Mapu is on operating lease.
Okay. And okay, thank you.
More questions from the floor? Maybe the last few more before we close the session. I think maybe Kevin, do you have any closing remarks or
So
final
maybe
words?
yeah. Okay, so thank you everyone. I think just a few closing remarks, also to say summary on a bit of our group on where we will go ahead. So in terms of energy, we will continue to pursue more MOPU likes of projects in the region. In fact, we started to receive interest internationally, such as Thailand, Indonesia, etc. So we target to have more and more MOPU. Of course, to have a sustainable base of energy asset as well. So ideally, we target one MOPU contract every 2 years. So that's where our business heading. So in terms of ESG, environmental sustainable governance, we will roll out our sustainability plan this year. We understand that ESG is being more important in the coming years. So we understand investors want to invest in sustainable company. So we will ensure that we will roll out our framework and also ensure our business practices and also sustainable with moving forward. Our aerospace division, we foresee with the growth of aircraft demand after COVID, more and more traveling, we foresee more and more activities being in this segment as well. Of course, our infrastructure construction, we will be selective and pursue high value projects as time goes. So this generally will be our remarks. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone. So I hope you have a better insights of T7 Global after this session. So of course, if we do have further question, please feel free to contact us. We can share in a bit more. Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I'm here. So on behalf of T7 Global and Bursa Malaysia, thank you everyone for joining the call. We hope to see you in the next briefing. Thanks everyone. Thanks Kevin and
Thank you. Thank you.